Alrighty. So, should be able to just go right into here. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, get rid of this. I'll probably keep that time right there because we might need it for something, but get rid of that. Got it re-downloaded and everything like that, so hopefully this will be all good to go. So I just got to get to 506.
Your initial
349. Right here.
Around the time you've overcome a frustrating boss and discovered a much needed
Yeah, perfect. Okay, cool. So back up here. So it clicks. Around the time you overcome a frustrating boss and discover shortcuts. Am I really quiet? I didn't change anything, so I don't know why I would be quiet. That's weird. That's weird. I'll bump it up slightly. There we go. I don't want to go too ham with it because, in case it decides to go woo the other direction. Okay. So again, showcases some PvP footage. Alright, let's continue.
intriguing and rewarding way. There's a certain point in the game where the design clicks, around the time you've overcome a frustrating boss and discovered a much needed shortcut back to the starting area. There's a feeling of accomplishment and satisfaction that gives the gumption to conquer the land and partake in its mysteries, both on and offline.
I forget what that is for. Was that just stage? Oh, gameplay. Pfft. Nice. 520. Gameplay section. Alright. Oh, also, boop. There we go. Changing the merchant dance. Merchant dance, baby! Okay.
Blending genres has become the norm these days, and Dark Souls does it well, mixing in RPG stats and equipment choices with an action game's call for reflexes and grit.
Okay.
Stats and
30?
blending
33. Genres is common these days. Dark Souls blends RPG stats / equipment with action, combat, reaction, / timing. Alright.
Genres has become the norm these days, and Dark Souls does it well, mixing in RPG stats and equipment choices with an action game's call for reflexes and grit. They work together, with your accumulated numerical power working in conjunction with keen eyes and quick thumbs to land blows. Risk takers can try for punishing backstabs and riposts, while more careful players can
Risk takers can try for backstabs and riposts. Not so much on the backstabs. Dark Souls 1 had a massive problem. Same with Demon Souls. Dark Souls and Demon Souls had a massive problem with backstabs. Backstab fishing was stupidly easy in both of those titles.
up to wear heavy armor and take up a shield, biding time for the perfect strike.
Okay. Cautious players can turtle.
It's crucial to be mindful of your stamina bar. Since you won't be able to avoid or dish out hits when it's depleted, your health gauge is likely to shrink soon thereafter. Adapting your style and considering which...
Sends Fortress Bunk. Also 0600. Pay attention to the stamina bar.
Weapons, brain...
Oh, man.
and magic to use in any given situation lights up both of the brain's hemispheres, making a harmony of tactics and strategy. A lock-on feature makes single combat satisfying and tense, though the legions of the damned will gang up on you if given the chance. While drawing out a single enemy can be a solid strategy, you won't always have the luxury of solo combat. Many situations...
Okay. Oh. Whoa. Too far back.
Satisfying and tense, though the legions of the damned... A lock-on feature makes single combat...
613, okay. 13. By the way, how are you doing today, Peace? You having a good day? However, you will not always have the luxury of combat.
Satisfying and tense, though the legions of the damned will gang up on you if given the chance. While drawing out a single enemy can be a solid strategy, you won't always have the luxury of solo combat. Many situations force you to deal with multiple enemies, and even bosses simultaneously, keeping you on your toes. There are a multitude of solutions, and experimentation is encouraged.
Whoa. I put in a lot of those. Alright, 0, 06, 33. There are multiple solutions, and experimentation is encouraged. Alright, fantastic. Tired as absolute fuck. I forgot to make my coffee this morning. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, I know how you feel. I was not feeling good last night. And we've got a full day today. Full day. So I gotta work with, Kurtosis. Who's gonna do, likely said he's gonna try and do a stream after we're done here. And then we're gonna do a special stag stream for the bought and paid for awards today. So, busy day. Busy day.
Since it's back to the bonfire if your plans don't quite work out. Enemies aren't always brilliant outside combat, but they're effective and numerous attack routines are no less.
642, let's say. Shows some enemy AI tethering / talks about AI being derpy at times. Okay.
Nothing matter with feints and follow-ups that can catch you off guard. Even a soul-losing death can be satisfying with new tells discovered that add to your personal experience, if not to your character's statistical one.
Alright. 50. Even a death adds to your personal experience and reveals new enemy tells. Okay. I'm doing okay. I'm just feeling a little sick last night. Kind of okay this morning. We have a full day today, so there's going to be a lot of streams today.
Every new weapon is worth inspecting with unique animations for the varying strikes and positions.
Every new weapon is worth inspecting, has varied animations and strikes.
And even an unspectacular axe can be melded into an elemental force through a crafting system that involves bringing hard-won materials to blacksmiths hidden throughout the land.
Mentions using the black smiths to upgrade equipment. Let's put that in brackets. There's not a direct quote from them.
You seem to be doing all right.
Yep. Well, we'll have a bit of a breather. But Cortez does his stream. Because he'll play something. We'll just do his stream. We have a guest lined up for today's special stag. So we're doing a special stag today, which is to watch the bought and paid for awards. Other than that, Cortez is going to be doing a game stream after I finish here. Good God, yeah, look at all these. There we go. They're a little more in line with where things should actually be. Cortez is going to be doing a game stream after this where I can relax a bit there. We'll just have some lunch, hopefully. And yeah, just relax a bit, and then we'll go into the bought and paid for award stream, where hopefully Sir Ben will be joining us. So that's my hope.
Need anything forged?
Likewise, different spells can be bought and discovered throughout the realm.
15. Otherwise, different spells be discovered and. Okay. Yeah, basically the sponsor sham show. That might be a better name for it. Let's see. Oh, the Shill Media Awards. That's what we'll call them. We'll call them the Shill Media Awards.
With solid controls and a ton of options to try, perfecting your killer moves.
Okay, 717. I need to hear that again. With solid controls, right?
With solid controls.
Oh, this should actually be like 4. Or sorry, this should actually be like 10, and this should be 15.
And a ton of options to try, perfecting your killer moves never feels like a chore.
Let's try. Whoops. Ooh. Hey, Daniel, okay?
Means of refinement, with skills that carry over to new weapons and new foes.
Whoa. Seven 26. Presentation section.
The scope of Dark Souls is certainly not lacking in
Ooh, Ash Lake. Nice.
ambition, though that
So 35.
ambition sometimes eclipses its technical prowess.
07, 35. Dark Souls is not lacking in. He gave a specific thing for it.
The scope of Dark Souls is certainly not lacking
The scope of not lacking in ambition.
in ambition, though that ambition sometimes eclipses its technical prowess.
Oh, speaking of 12 days. "12 days to Dark Souls Nightfall."
The lands are distinct and detailed, flowing together with No interruption from loading screens, but the frame rate suffers. With dips that can be annoying or even detrimental to the experience.
Alright. Play what? Oh, Nightfall. Yeah. Dark Souls Nightfall. I cannot wait. Yeah, I can't wait either. I think it'll be a good fucking time, especially those new mechanics and everything. It's gonna take a lot to get my head around using the Bloodborne rally system in a Dark Souls game. And then having to switch forms, basically, to use healing. That's gonna take quite a bit to get used to.
Animations are lively, especially...
Ah, nice.
the brutal grabs and ripostes, and all the... Though the corpse's rubbery ragdoll dancing comes across as absurd at times,
And although the rubber corpse is dancing times,
it doesn't affect the gameplay.
I disagree. It affects the gameplay immensely. It adds to the enjoyment when you can fucking flip a corpse at an enemy. Be like, that's what happened to your friend.
Human characters, including yours, can feel lacking in detail, but
59. Human characters, even yours, can lacking in detail.
but impressively decorated armor and exceptionally well-matched dialogue.
Whoop. Oh, wait, where's the O in that?
Help sell the believability of the world.
Oh yeah, you got the child mask. Never lucky.
Grand orchestral tunes reserved mainly for boss encounters, but
Ooh.
haunting ambient sound and the rattling of clanging steel create much. With haunting ambient sound and the rattling of clanging steel create much of the soundscape. Beautiful and diverse as a whole, it's a shame that the game's artistic merits aren't consistently matched by technical performance.
It's a shame the game's
Despite the occasional imperfections, however, this strange and expansive world is truly something to behold.
Whoa. That was a quick transition.
Truly something to behold.
That's the most. By the way, that is probably one of the most famous clips that's ever been used. And welcome, Chrono Cross. Welcome. It's probably one of the most famous clips used to showcase the just how good the hitboxes in Dark Souls are. Dark Souls 1, mind you. Right there. It is a beautiful. If you have the entire clip, there's a GIF animation for it. You see him roll. It perfectly slides right over the top of him. It is just beautiful. Whoa.
You can take the lumps from the game's exacting systems and...
Okay. $842. Gaming Dragon is still a bit. Gaming Dragon is a nothing boss. They're so easy. Because the Gaming Dragon doesn't really have a ranged option. If you deal with the mage, even more hilarious. If you deal with the channeler. But because it doesn't have a ranged option, you just stay back at range. Gaping Dragon does its roar, slams its down, and then it will, if you watch its head jerk up for a moment, it means it's going to charge you, so you just walk around the side of it. You don't even have to really run. You just bait out the whole, you just bait it out constantly. No, you don't ever have to see the barf attack. The moment you see it lean back up, once it's been down for doing its charge attack for a while, you just run away from it. And then it'll turn to you, it'll slam back down, and it'll do the charge again. It is one of the easiest bosses to abuse its AI.
Leap the hurdles of vague direction and instruction.
Okay. Oop.
If you can take the lumps from the game's exacting systems and leap the hurdles of vague direction and instruction, Dark Souls can offer a singularly fulfilling experience. Its well-crafted land stretches far and wide without resorting to filler, but is stocked with enticement and mystery to...
Oh man, I should have paused it. I got cocky, I should have paused it.
If you can take the lumps from the game's exacting systems and leap the hurdles of vague direction and instruction, Dark Souls can offer a singularly fulfilling experience.
Oh, absolutely. That's any of the Soulsborne Sekiro genre. Soulsborne Kiro, I guess, is the new full encompassing term. It's unforgiving and will punish you for even minor mistakes. But you can also mitigate that a lot by weapon choice and how you play.
Its well-crafted land.
Okay.
Stretches far and wide without resorting to filler. But
I will say this is also the first review that's actually showcased PvP. The other ones we've had the ones talk about it. The GameSpot one talked about it. IGN briefly, was there. But this is the first one that's actually shown PvP, and it's all been the Forest Covenant so far.
it is stocked with enticement and mystery to spur on hours upon hours of discovery that time and time again see dramatic tribulation turn to harrowing triumph. Like...
Whoa, that's some word salad. Fluff words about despair turning triumph.
Coal turned to diamonds. Dark Souls is capable...
Like coal turned to diamonds.
...of compressing frustration and hardship into deep satisfaction.
Now, the question is, did you kill Priscilla? Are you a dirty, dirty, filthy killer? Alright, so 916. Story equals 8.5. Design equals 9.6. Gameplay equals 9.0. Presentation equals 8.3. Overall, 9.2. Okay. Alright, thank you, Gametrailers. Well, hopefully you enjoyed the Aliens Fireteam Elite review. Alright, and now... Whoop.
Dark Souls.
Okay. So, Gametrailers is done and dusted. Now we're on to... Uniquenameosaurus. Here we're going to throw down with Neo and the Surge. I don't like either of those games, actually. For different reasons, a bit, actually. So, for Neo, I don't like the fact that there's a lot more grinding that you need to do in order to become functional in a lot of aspects. I really don't like Neo for that. It started off great. It started off feeling like a Dark Souls game, and then it went into kind of crazy, absurdist territory. There isn't a lot of exploration with it either, which I like exploring in the Souls genre. I like discovering what's around the corner, so that being a really weak aspect of it really hurt my enjoyment of Neo. The Surge, there's a bit more exploration. However, the combat is completely fucked in the Surge. Like, holy shit, the combat is completely fucked. Because every enemy has hyper armor on damn near every single attack, it makes certain weapon choices completely unviable. Like, why would I use the quick attack staff when it cannot stagger or stun a single enemy, and they'll just literally hyper armor through and attack and beat the shit out of me? So, you're better off using the heavier equipment as much as possible, getting one attack in, backing off. It is just fucking annoying. I think I got all the way to the Dark Labs or something like that in the Surge, and I was just like, I can't do this anymore. I am so sick and tired of this shitty enemy placement and every single enemy having hyper armor on every attack. It fucking sucks. Now, it'd be great if... Oh, hold that thought. Oh, man. Ow. That was a painful swallow. Now, it'd be great in the Surge if your quick attack weapons, what you could do like, ba-bam, jump out, ba-bam, jump out. But no, your quick attack weapons keep going in these long fucking combos, and that is so damn annoying. So you're like stuck. It's like, well, I'm committed, and you don't get stunned. Oh boy, well, here we go. I'm gonna get smacked. Yeah, and plus I didn't find the limb targeting thing to be anything more than just a cheap gimmick. Cool in concept, and it is a novel concept, but yeah, no, it's very tiring. Oh, but you can get that piece of gear if you cut it off. Yeah, but I can also get through this shitty combat if I just attack the weak spots, so.
Dark Souls is not hard. Do I have your attention?
Okay, well, very opening. I agree, though, fully, but yeah. Dark Souls is not hard. Yeah, what an opening.
I mean, it's challenging. You do have to try. But there's kind of this misconception that you need spreadsheets, frame... try, but there's kind of this misconception that you need spreadsheets, frame-perfect reactions, and like 2 bottles of lube.
I also did a review of Dark Souls article. If you want to give that one a look, sure, we can look at the article at some point. We'll have to see. The one I'm dreading doing is this one, because What Culture are a complete fucking meme of like stupidity. So I have no idea how this one's gonna go. Maybe this will be back in the days where they weren't so up their own ass. I have no idea though.
I don't know why I didn't just use a stock image for that. That was just kind of incriminating. But Dark Souls is not that hard. Not even close. You just kind of need to think, and that's the end of it. It's just that there's a couple of biases that a lot of people bring over.
Okay. Right. Oh.
From other games, and it makes it a lot more painful and irritating to play than it really should be.
Alright.
I tried Dark Souls 3 times before I actually realized how amazing it was, so here's the 3 things I had to realize before I got Dark Souls.
033. I mean, it does both, but okay. The build-ups show you when, or sorry, where. Okay. I mean, it kind of does double duty, does both, so we'll see what they say.
The first thing I noticed was actually pretty simple, and that was to pay attention to each swing. I actually brought this bias over.
Alright.
From Zelda and most other sword-based action games, because in a lot of those games, the attack build-up is so short you can't observe it, and your invincibility frames are so long that you need only press the button in the same century. Add in an
As generous iframes.
precise 4-direction roll that you can't accurately maneuver around hitboxes, and a near invincible shield button, and players are only going to treat an enemy attack in one way: a reaction game. No one pays attention to the way the enemy is about to swing, because all that matters is pressing the right button at the right time, i.e. when the enemy actually does swing. But these games are built for this mentality. People say Dark Souls is too hard, but this supposedly impossible game has huge charge-ups. Why is that? It'd be because this game isn't actually that hard, and people have just been concentrating on the wrong thing.
1, 10. Where's your gamer Zelda shield and sword? You're not a true gamer if you don't have it. Fuck that. I was always someone who was like, Zelda's okay. I was never into the Zelda stuff. My big thing came from stuff like Planescape Torment, Age of Empires, Fallout 1 and 2. That's where I came from. So Zelda wasn't ever really something that was in my my wheelhouse. I tried, because everybody had it, basically, Zelda Ocarina of Time, but, yeah, I never really got very far in it. It was just kind of okay. I never beat it. I know that for a fact. I never beat it. I think I got to the Sand Temple, or it was the Water Temple, and I thought I had, like, made it so I couldn't complete the game, so I was just like, that's fine, I'm done here. Remember, I tried to go to the Sand Temple first, but I needed the hover boots. I didn't know where to get the hover boots. I do now, but now it's just kind of like, I don't really care to play it anyway, so I'll just watch other people.
See, I didn't notice this when I started Dark Souls. I figured that successfully dodging a move was simply a matter of pressing the dodge button at the right time. I simply treated every attack as the same. If you do this in Dark Souls, you're going to be strangled by your own sphincter.
Okay. 00138. If you treat every attack as the exact same thing, you'll have a bad time.
You think to yourself, oh my god, I don't have the reaction to this, or oh come on, I dodged that. But your dodge isn't just invincibility frames, it's a repositioner too. People see an attack coming in and they just dodge. Left, right, down, more down.
Left, right, down, more down.
Whatever, they just pick one. But the enemies have such a long-ass charge for a reason. They're not there so you know when to dodge. The build...
Well, not, again, they're there for both. They are literally there for both. You know when to dodge, and you know where to dodge.
build-ups can be really deceiving if you look at them like that. Yeah, fuck it! No, these build-ups are here to see where the weapon is going to swing, not when. Hell, sometimes you don't even need to dodge, and moving far enough out of the blade's predicted path will mean it'll totally miss you. You see, when this Black Knight...
By the way, it wasn't until Amir did his videos that I realized just... You kind of know how tight the hitboxes are in Dark Souls. There's a bit of wonkiness, except for Dark Souls 2. Oh boy, when we get to Dark Souls 2, holy fuck. But there's a bit of wonkiness, and a lot of it involves certain checks that the game uses. That should be a bingo thing if you see a reviewer's room. Oh yeah, the Zelda Sword and Shield. Yeah, it really should. Yeah. Yeah, I saw your video, what you sent, where you were in your truck and you looked off to the left and there was the sun right there. Hello, sun. Okay, yeah, so let's add this point. 0.5, showcases, hitboxes, and attacks. Anyways, Amir is the one that really showed you just how tight the hitboxes are in Dark Souls, especially Dark Souls 3. The hitboxes are mwah. Yeah.
It starts his lunge, I can just move around, but if he goes for an overhead diagonal swipe, I get fucked. Treating Dark Souls combat like any other game is probably the worst thing you can do for your experience.
Souls comp. Probably.
Apart from buying Dark Souls 2.
Where's the lie? Fucking, oh, Jesus, Dark Souls 2.
I acknowledge that there's a big divide in the community on that, and there's probably a legitimate reason for it. It's actually a really interesting phenomenon, and I'm looking into it.
No, it's because a lot of people, Dark Souls 2 is their first game, and then they have other weird attachments to it, so they conflate its quality. But, my god, Dark Souls 2 sucks. It really does. It really, really does. It would definitely be below average. It's not the worst thing ever made. I would rather play it over other games, but yeah, it's really it's definitely the turd of the Soulsborne Kiro stuff. There are so many problems with Dark Souls 2. It has a lot of great ideas in it too. It's just the great ideas get overshadowed by how shit a lot of its systems are. Like, the big turds in Dark Souls 2 are definitely Soul Memory. Soul Memory is fucking atrocious. Oh my god. It ruins so much of that game. The other big one is the hitboxes. The enemy attacks, their attack things were just made wider, and the enemies were allowed to turn faster, so they spin like a fucking top. You can't ever really get behind an enemy, which is really fucking annoying, because a lot of these enemies actually have custom animations for if you do get behind them as an anti-backstab measure. But you almost never see it, because every single enemy goes and just spins with you. And the tracking on most attacks is absolutely fucking absurd. Not to mention, again, the hitbox on said attacks is massive. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, I'd rather play Dark Souls 2. I already said I'd probably play Dark Souls 2 over a lot of other games. It's just, I would feel sad because it is definitely lacking in quality. Other ones within this genre have way better quality. I think you could say with Dark Souls 2, they tried to go all in, but were soon too far over their head and had to cobble together. Well, Miyazaki himself said he never wanted a sequel to Dark Souls because he wanted it so that all players could have their canon ending. You could have the Dark Lord ending, you could have the Link the Fire ending. Whatever player you were, you had your canon ending. No. I wouldn't. No, I disagree that it has the best looking armor pieces. 3 definitely has better looking armor pieces. Has the best dragons though. Holy shit, the best dragon covenant by far. Because 3's anorexic goat is a meme for a reason. Yeah, but no, I don't agree that it has the best looking armor pieces. Farum armor is great, but Nameless King with Solaire's armor is really fucking good. Not to mention Lap's armor and everything. Oh man, there's just so many good armor combinations in 3. Shit, you can make yourself just look beautiful. Even Cornix's stuff is really fucking good. Oof. Anyways. But yeah, 2 has so many problems. The hitboxes, soul memory, the teleporting backstab was definitely the one thing that a lot of people were really fucking annoyed with because it only checked for client side. So there was no check on the receiving end. It was all checked based off the attacker's end. Oh, attacker in says it hit the back. Well, I'm going to teleport you back to where you were so you can get backstabbed. It's like, I would still say play 2, but yeah, 2 is just cool. Another big problem with 2 is motion capture. Now that sounds great in theory. Oh, motion capture, more smooth and realistic animations on everything. Problem is motion capture is very expensive. It's why you have 500 weapons but 5 movesets. Because it is too expensive to do a new moveset for new weapons. So, yeah, you have a lot of variety in weapons and everything, but they don't ever change the moveset because they can't. Because it's just too fucking expensive. Because they decided to go with motion capture instead of having an artist animate it. Which is way cheaper. Lois once gave Alon's armor to the woman standing on the Firelink cliff. Looked awesome with her standing there, arms crossed, and crest on the helmet blowing in the wind. Yeah. Oh, boy. Okay. Alright. Let's back up a bit, and we'll continue. We'll get into more of why Dark Souls 2 is a disaster when we start doing the Dark Souls 2 video.
Apart from buying Dark Souls 2. I acknowledge that there's a big divide in the community on that, and there's probably a legitimate reason for it. It's actually a really interesting phenomenon, and I'm looking into it. To summarize, treat Dark Souls combat like an actual sword fight, because in an actual sword fight, when the sword hits you, you die, as opposed to being hit by the sword's invisible death cube. The hitboxes are very good. Trust them and play around them. And by play around them, I mean panic roll like crazy as you try to go for a mid...
Just for 235.
Violence beverage.
Memorization is necessary. Okay. 250. Is memorization with an S? I thought for sure it was a Z. I thought that was a Greek versus a... Okay. Well, I'll put Z. If it's wrong, it's wrong.
The second thing you should learn is that memorization is necessary. Before I said build-ups were to tell you where the attack is coming from, not when, so that begs the question, when should you dodge? And I'm afraid the answer to that is that there's no clever way and you just have to memorize the timing. Okay.
What? No, there is a clever way. You can actually reaction dodge a lot of things in Dark Souls 1. Dark Souls 2, not so much. Dark Souls 3, especially not. I'd say no, actually no. Especially not in Dark Souls 2. Dark Souls 3, you can still kind of do it. You have to be a little more careful. I would say memorization would be the tells, not the timings. Your memorization comes in like, oh, he's pulling his sword back, and I know that this is a Silver Knight, so instead of it coming down, it's going to do a sideways slash instead. Just stuff like that. I would say that's the key to it. 0300. Is needed to know when to dodge, because there is no set way to tell otherwise. Disagree, need to explain why. Okay. Next.
In game design, memorization is boring. There's no choice in bookkeeping. It's a straightforward mental procedure, no thinking required, just brute force. And you're gonna have to...
What? Memorization has no thinking required. Is boring, has no thinking required, just brute force. What? The fuck you think your brain is doing when you're memorizing things?
Do it for each new enemy you come across. Now, a lot of moves are distinguished from each other, so they're a bit easy to memorize, but some are just kind of obnoxious, and the process of getting hit and then adding it to your database under "that did over half my health.sql" is just kind of arduous. There's just no good way to tell when a move will strike, or how...
What? Yes, there is! Oh boy, okay, yeah. 0, 3, 30. It's just no... Dude, it's funny because he talked about paying attention to the strikes, but then he didn't notice the fact that they have the build-up, the pause, and then the strike. That pause lets you know, oh, it's coming right now. That's how you can... That's how, especially in Dark Souls 1, you can parry on reflex. There is. Unique even notes paying. Oh. But doesn't. Put the pause. Fucking hell, Cortosis was showcasing that you can parry on reflex. Yeah, okay, that was a bad take.
many hits are in a combo. But once I got over the fact that memorization was part of the package, my god, this game just opened up to me. The careful bounce.
Once I got over that memorization package. Sheesh.
Balance of aggression and defense, stamina, health management, strategically dodging to put yourself in the perp.
It would have been hard to do. You could have literally shown any fight. That's part of any fight. Literally any fight. It's not hard to do.
Perfect position to do as much damage as possible. Heavy weapons, light weapons, dealing with multiples, prioritizing certain targets. Oh god, I just love it. But yeah,
Quick fire. That's on your multiple options in every fight.
memorization. The game will try to make it easier for you since you can keep your distance so you learn the timing, and a lot of the time they have unique builds.
See, look at that. All right, look carefully at this hollow
Keep
soldier.
your distance so you learn the timing.
So you
and
see
a
him
lot of
pulling
the time
back?
they have-
There's the pause, and there comes in the attack.
We'll try to make it easier for you since you can keep your distance so you learn the timing, and a lot
Lines
of the time
back. There's the pause. You see the hand jerk as it goes into the pause, and then the strike comes immediately after.
and they have unique build-ups and combo.
Again, that's how you can parry these things on reflex. Because you know, the moment the pause happens, prep the parry. So, you see the pause, it clicks into position at the limit of their movement, and then it comes in. So you've got your parry going.
Animations, like the Black Knights will do the hokey pokey and shake the blood off their sword when they finish a combo, but even then you start to memorize that tell. Maybe it's a little better if you have really fast reactions, but more often than not you'll have to die 1 or 2 times. So yeah, just remember that when you start Dark Souls. From the second you wake up after falling asleep in the sauna, you're gonna have to start remembering stuff.
What a weird fucking take. That is, okay, I didn't expect this to have these weird takes in here. Moment you start playing, remember stuff. What? Okay. There's always a way. All right. Oh. Well, I did do that. Oh, man. Well, let's fix that real quick. Yoink. Remember that.
The third and final thing you should learn is that if something is too difficult, or more to the point, not fun in Dark Souls, there's probably another way. When
Okay. Or not fun, there is probably a different way. Now we've kind of showed this multiple times on stream of like Taurus Demon being an optional boss and everything like that.
confronted with Dark
what
Souls
happens.
is too hard, a lot of people give really obscure tips just because they assume the problem.
This is the one I would be terrified to do. Oh my god. What the hell could Watch Mojo say? Super Butterbuns is kind of like a comedy channel. It is. They do have some genuinely good tips, but a lot of stuff comes from their comedic timing and everything. I haven't watched Silvermont. I know that he's a longtime player. Haven't watched him. And I don't know who his war chip is, honestly. Yeah, I would be terrified whatever Watch Mojo advice would give, because oh my god, Watch Mojo are... they were always brainlets, and this is only a year ago, and this video is more recent, so yeah, this is in the peak smooth brain era of Watch Mojo.
Is something that you wouldn't already be able to know, like start with a knight since it's easiest, or put all your points into strength and your ability to high-five people. What I'm talking about though is a general attitude.
Oh boy. Well, that's kind of what... Well, I mean, they're kind of under the same tag, so what culture is going to be fucking awful? We're not going to get that out today. Not at the current pace we're going. Who knows? Maybe I'll surprise myself, and Fextralife will go quickly. Well, we'll see. I didn't expect this one to be so many weird takes.
Huge shift. I completed Dark Souls just fine without spreadsheet bullshit. Only even used a walkthrough for one or two things.
You used a walkthrough, though. I will say I got lucky on my first playthrough with this bonfire. This is definitely a very fuck you bonfire placement for sure. I got lucky because I was wasting time and I got smashed with a fire pot and it just happened to bounce me here and I thought I was dead. And then all of a sudden my guy hit a thing and I was like, what the there's a ledge here? And I saw a bonfire. It said light bonfire and I was like, praise the sun. There's a bonfire. I thought I had done something really stupid because the firebomb had bounced me off the ledge.
Bonfire right here? Fuck this bonfire.
Yeah, I agree with that one. Fuck that bonfire. I got so lucky finding it. Chose the Sens Fortress. Fuck you, bonfire. Praise that pot in the sun. Yeah, basically. I am not gonna say that is a good bonfire placement. That is definitely a go fuck yourself bonfire placement.
Secretive fucking marshmallow toaster I've ever encountered. Game straight up deters you from looking over the edge. They thought they were clever or some shit. I don't fucking know. Whatever. My point is... oh my god, I forgot I did that.
Wow. Okay. Well, that's not a point to be made, so we'll just continue.
I couldn't think of a name, and out of nowhere I just remembered the Westboro Baptist Church, and I swear to God, there's no ulterior motive. I just thought it was funny. Whatever, my point is that if you want to beat Dark Souls, you don't really need to pay attention to stats or any in-depth jargony thing that you couldn't possibly get without
Okay. If you want to beat Dark Souls, you don't... Whoop. You know, actually, in honor... I just realized, in honor of Sen's Funhouse... There we go. Perfect GIF. You don't need to... attention to stats or any other...
you couldn't possibly get without exposition. No. Church, and I...
Wow, shoot, went too
I
far.
swear to God, there's no ulterior motive. I just thought it was funny. Whatever, my point is that if you want to beat Dark Souls, you don't really need to pay attention to stats or any in-depth jargony thing that you couldn't possibly get without...
Okay, weird.
exposition. No, you really just need to think laterally. The best example of this is probably the boss rushes. Now,
27.
Now, if you're anything like me, one of the first frustrations you faced in Dark Souls was that it was incredibly annoying to have to fight your way through all these enemies just to face the boss for 0.2 of a second before having to do the fusion dance with the fucking floor and do it all over again.
Okay, 0, 0, 5, 35. Me, it was frustrating to fight all these enemies just to get to the boss and die instantly. Okay, we'll see what this was. I should say, death has consequences. Loss of progress and repopulating enemies is that consequence. Or I should say, is a consequence.
You know, the initial fight through all the enemies as you explore the area and try to get to the next marshmallow toasting spot is always fun, because there's always something you can improve on and get better on with the first couple of enemies to ensure that you have...
That's what I mean. Again, when if your first time through, loss of progress and repopulating enemies is a consequence. Once you realize you can just run past everything, yeah, game opens up a lot. You just have to practice movement. Once you practice movement, you're totally good.
Have enough health to deal with the last ones. So in that sense, there's always this feeling that your time isn't being wasted. But when you encounter a boss, the problem is rarely about having enough Estus Flask. The problem is finding the time to use it, because the boss will generally kill you in 2 hits.
You need to upgrade your health. Problem with bosses isn't having Estus flasks. It's is a core concept of every boss design. Knowing the windows of opportunity to attack or to heal if you need to. Alright.
And if you want to take a swig, you're going to have to dodge another attack to do so. Also, you generally end up having to fight it so many times that the whole area leading up to it becomes way too easy and becomes this arduous process where you're doing the same thing over and over and there's little to no choice. I don't want to beat the Anorexia Knights, just let me try the new challenge already! Thing is, though, you don't actually have to fight the enemy.
Okay, there it is.
Like literally, unlike most games, there's not a please kill my employees sacrifice gate built by the final boss.
No kill. God, it just reminds me of fucking Doom Eternal so much more. There's no kill gates. Everything to progress. 2016, Doom 2016 has them as well, but Doom Eternal was fucking tedious for that shit. Oh, it's time to do your mandatory kill gate. Great.
The enemies just stand around and aggro when you get too close. And while it's helpful to kill them as you take your time and explore the area, once you know the layout, you can run the whole map without fear of getting cornered.
06. 06, sorry. 40. Once you know the map layout, you can run without fear of being cornered.
And you'd think running would be boring, but there's actually so many different choices you can make to improve the efficiency of your mad dash to the boss room. This thing is actually
47. Running isn't boring because you have many options to improve efficiency for each boss run back. Alright. Oh boy.
its own gameplay mechanic. In the
Oh no, I played the Ancient Gods, unfucking fortunately. Also, I like Doom Eternal, but Doom Eternal, I like the base game. I hate the Ancient Gods with a fucking passion. That DLC can suck my nuts. Yeah. Doom Eternal is the living embodiment. Doom Eternal is the living embodiment of not understanding what restraint is. It just thinks more equals better, and that is so not true, because my god, the fucking Ancient Gods especially, when you can have a single fight, a single dedicated fight that lasts over 5 minutes, it was the cube bosses in the Ancient Gods that made me stop. Because the cube bosses, when I killed one cube, and then another cube came up, and he had a partner cube with him, and the cubes will constantly cast slow on you and everything, fuck that. I was like, yeah, I'm done. This DLC sucks.
Undead bug, if you explore around in the opposite direction to where you'd want to go, you can find a door to a house that will let you skip a portion of the area. Furthermore, if you kill this receding helmet line knight here, he won't come back, because he's a mini-boss. And then, you can take this leap off this bridge here, and it'll be a massive shortcut that will skip most of the area. Hell, you don't even need to kill him, you can just work out a good strategy to get past him. I found locking on and circling to be one of the best ways to get around an enemy like this without killing them. Dark Souls rewards experimentation and
Okay, so 0700 showcases some shortcuts through level design. 00716 Dark Souls rewards experimentation. Okay.
exploration, and chances are if something is too hard or annoying, there's probably another way. Take a step back and carefully take in
Chances are if something is too hard or annoying, there is another way. Or take a step back.
your surroundings, items, and any details you can observe about your enemies. Like this Dark Knight, for instance. Fuck this Dark Knight. He has this huge-ass shield, hits for 1,000,000 damage, and doesn't flinch if you hit him. At first, it seems like he has no weakness, but if you're more observant, you'll notice that in the tight alleyway he resides, there's no way to spin around and backstab him. So...
okay. I mean, that is a legitimate strategy, so... take note of the Dark Knight, the Black Knight and Undead Berg. He seems to have no weakness. Then you observe his hallway and realize it is protecting his back. So backstab if you to a better area. Or just parry him.
So I grabbed a bunch of firebombs from the merchant, another reward you'll encounter by exploring, and then I chucked them at him as I started pedaling back to an open area that I'd already cleared out of enemies. Once lured there, I kept my shield up and started circling. Backstab, backstab, slice, dead. Boom. Easy. This kind of thing is all across Dark Souls.
Our name. Backstab pushed him to death. Okay. End of thing. Oh god. I hope whatever bug I've got goes away, because especially because we got a lot of stuff to do today.
The only reason people think it's hard is because other games have conditioned them into thinking that you didn't press the buttons fast enough or in the right order. But so many different
Zero 5. The only reason people are is because other games have conditioned you thinking push the buttons fast enough or in the right order. Okay.
situations in Dark Souls can be solved by simply thinking laterally and taking in all the tools available. Even mechanics you would have never...
Oh, yeah, I don't know what it is. Peace. Don't know what it is. It just sucks, whatever it is. Oh, back, give it a second. I'm gonna stretch for a second. Oh, my back's being all tight again. Oh. Get a nice dose of agua. Alrighty.
considered can be used and manipulated. If the camera is super shitty in some places, literally just lure them out to an area where you can use it properly. You don't have that option in a lot of other games. Chances are, if something is too difficult in Dark Souls, then you've missed something. Boss too hard? Maybe you've missed a flying leap location that does massive damage.
Eight, 20-ish. Lure enemies to advantageous positions. Observe boss environment. Showcases plunge attacks. Excuse me.
Been too long without a checkpoint? You've probably missed a bonfire. Explore a bit harder. Too many... enemies you can't lure out one by one. Oh look, they wear barely any armor.
You can absolutely lure these enemies out one by one, by the way. Showcases, undead, perk, soldiers at staircase to tower. That can be lured one by one.
Grab a big ass broadsword and stagger them all with one. Trust in Dark Souls. Experiment, try new things, and it will reward you. Everything is designed with a purpose.
Okay. 0847, let's say. Experimentation and Dark Souls is rewarded. Everything is designed with a purpose.
I'm sure there's a symbolic meaning here.
Yeah, that's something that no one would realize, that somehow if you hit the thing it would reset it to its default animation. And it was like, okay. That isn't intentional, by the way. That is a bug. That's an exploit.
There is so much to love about this game, and it's a shame.
Yeah. Oh, excuse me.
That it has such a barrier to entry and so many people can't get into it. I'll never forget being in Blighttown, low on life, out of Estus, and meticulous.
Hoofda. Shame it has such a barrier to entry. To recount a story, this time in Whitetown.
Meticulously looking for traps and ambushes, each step more terrifying as I got further and further away from my last bonfire and what I hoped was a step closer to the next. I'll never forget the surprise of finding.
Even if you didn't have the footage for this, you could just show Blighttown. You can just show Blighttown. Just show Blighttown. That's all you gotta do.
Finding a shortcut that loops back around on the whole map and having this incredible sense of locational awareness with.
Okay, 009. Oop. 20. Finds the shortcut back to New Londo. Ruins his story. Alright.
Without a single map to speak of. I'll never forget descending into Ash Lake for the first time and being in awe of how such a big area, so beautiful and unique, was willingly locked away. Not behind a wall climbed by those with money, but by a wall climbed by only true explorers.
Well, you'd have to know to get through both of the hidden walls there. And hey, Legionary Hunter, welcome. By a paywall. Wall climbed by only true explorers. Like, Ash Lake is definitely a super secret area.
I'll never forget coming back from the long journey to the second bell tower, only to find the bonfire unlit and the firekeeper dead. What was before just a simple...
Ah! So you set Lautrick free, and then, yeah, he murdered the bonfire. Murdered the firekeeper. I think the only reason why he didn't murder him in my world the first time, is because I didn't trust him. I didn't trust Lautrick, so I killed him at Firelink. Because it gave me too many vibes of Yurt the Silent Chief. So I was just like, yeah, no, you're giving me some hardcore fucking Yurt vibes. Get out of here. I thought he was gonna start killing anybody I brought back, so I thought the merchants were gonna die, everything. But yeah, no, I was super happy. Let's see. Lautrick, shanked a bitch. Exactly. Yurt's as friendly as a demon. Fucking exactly. That's why you send his ass down to the abyss.
Mechanic became a...
I did experience it though, because the next time through, I was like, maybe I should have killed him. We'll see what happens. It's the next cycle, and then I realized the Firekeeper was dead, and there was an eye there, and Lautrick was gone. And I was like, I fucking knew it. I knew it. It's Yurt. I fucking knew it.
a genuine part of the story and began a quest for revenge that... I, as the player, was actually invested. And I'll never forget fighting the gargoyle atop the bell tower, and every time I die, I'd just take out my inventory and start considering new things I could try. Fire-resistant armor, two-handing my weapon.
Every time I died to the gargoyle, I would open my inventory and start thinking of new options for the boss fight.
Since the boss was just gonna smash straight through my shield anyway. Finally finding a good strategy and bringing him down to half health, only to turn around and find another...
It's all just fucking black screen. Come on, you can show something for these. You can show something, come on.
A fucking gargoyle! It was so difficult, but my god, this game has charm. And when I finally conquered that boss, the climb up that huge bell tower was so atmospheric and memorable. I felt like I was on top of the world, only to reach the top and notice a huge walled city towered above this tiny little bell tower. That in particular was the first time I realized that this game is magical. Truly one of...
Okay, 0, 10, 25. Climbing the bell tower. Made gat goils. Ah, they got a gat! They got a gun! Was on top of the world. Then he noticed Anne Orlando and that feeling of being so much smaller was a magical experience. Alright.
the greatest game
Okay, we might unfortunately get to the what culture one.
I've ever played. I'd say good luck, but that's the beauty of Dark Souls. You don't need it.
Depends on if you actually want certain things, like fucking dragon scales to drop. Let's say good luck, but that's the beauty of Dark Souls. The real Dark Souls starts here. Yeah, no, I was gonna say, if you want Black Knight Halberd, if you want dragon scales to drop, if you want... You're gonna need luck. You're gonna need some serious luck. Gargoyle with the Glock. What will be due? Yeah. Okay, so that one was that one. That was pretty straightforward. There was a couple in here that I was just like, what the fuck? Where is this? Oh yeah, his memorization section was pretty fucking rough. Memorization is needed to know when to dodge because there is no set way to tell otherwise. Disagree. Need to explain why. Memorization is boring, has no thinking required, just brute force. It's like, what? What do you think memorization is? You're thinking, you're processing it, you're committing it. Just no good way to tell when a move will strike. There is unique even notes paying attention to the weapon build-ups, but doesn't note the pause before the strike, allowing people to parry on reflex. Yeah, his memorization section was pretty fucking bad. All right, Fextralife, the meme within the Dark Souls community. It's time for Fextralife to stand up and take its medicine. Check out my amazing artist. Okay, I mean that is really well done. So, yeah, hats off to you. Alright, the meme of the Dark Souls community. The wiki that the community actually hates. Oh, boy. Fextralife, my god, if you have the potential to be so good, but you are so shit at so many things. It's fucking ridiculous.
Our Dark Souls Remastered review exploring the question, should you buy...
By the way, this is Dark Souls Remastered. I'm lumping in both of them because, you know, I'll be able to show the difference. We're going to do Prepare to Die edition as well. I have both, so it's no big deal. But yeah, this is definitely going into... everything. So this is with more time and everything. So hopefully we will have to see what this is, because this is literally titled Dark Souls Remastered Review Nostalgia in 4K. It's just like, oh. Yeah, it truly is a really bad wiki. It really fucking is. Oh god, it's just so weird. It's so fucking weird. Because they play the Souls games hardcore all the time, and they're like getting in on the ground floor, and they've got like gatekeeping, proper gatekeeping by the way, so only specific people who have been vetted can actually like showcase, here's a video of all the movesets and everything like that, so you can't get random people just posting links to their fucking shitty quality stuff. But my god, in that, they just have no quality control, and their layouts are fucking awful, and every single page has their damn stream in it, so it sucks up resources. It's like, oh god, Fextralife, what a fucking god-awful wiki you are.
Our Dark Souls Remastered review exploring the question, should you buy Dark Souls Remastered? We played it all, made a bunch of videos, updated the wiki, and...
Okay, I had it at 50% because, yeah, Yahtzee and them are usually that, but these guys are really fucking quiet, so bam, up to 100%.
Are now ready to tell you what we think about the recent release. You may be surprised to find out our initial impressions were a bit off the mark.
I mean, not really, it's fucking Fextralife. I wouldn't be surprised if you guys thought it was a total remake or something like that.
Story and setting. The game has made no changes regarding story and setting.
Okay, it really is sounding like these guys thought it was going to be an actual full-on remake. Yesn't, because from pulled prepared TTRD Prepare to Die edition from Steam. Did they? I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. Prepare to Die edition is very, very rough. The remaster is definitely the way to go about playing it. Because Prepare to Die edition was... No, it's still here on Steam. Can you buy it, though? That will be the question. I'll go to the Prepare to Die edition page. Okay, yeah, you cannot buy Prepare to Die edition. You can look at it, but you're not allowed to buy it. Ooh. The old blue bonfire. Yeah. I want to go in the arena now. Oh man, even the screenshots of it are pretty fucking crusty. Woo! Yeah, I just checked it. You cannot. Don't worry, Legionary. I just checked it. You can't buy it. You can see it. You just can't buy it. The story and setting have not changed from Dark Souls.
From the original release, this is, at its core, a graphic and cleanup update to the game that enables newcomers to...
It's a remaster.
the series to experience the original offering, while mod...
A remaster, one would say. I am incredibly curious if they legitimately thought it was going to be a remake. I can't remember. It does strike me as something fucking Fextralife would do. Oh, it's going to be a total remake.
Modernizing it in the most minimalistic way possible. For those who have never played Dark Souls before, the story sets the stage for the trilogy, a cyclic world that is slowly progressing towards ultimate darkness from whence it came.
Okay. And even time can end and restart as the flame fades and is renewed. Well, time doesn't really restart. You're just continuing the age. The cycle restarts because the age is not supposed to be continued. The fire is supposed to fade. Mankind is supposed to rise. The gods are supposed to dwindle and die. Like, it's not really time restarting. It's that the gods keep getting, like, they get fucking nice. They keep getting fucking defibbed and brought back.
You and others struggle, perhaps pointlessly, to bring about another dawn, but you may find that not all is told to your character as it seems, and will have opportunities to make choices accordingly. The truly unique experience of Souls is that of the stories not told by exposition, but rather available early. Unique experience.
Okay, 55. Alright.
Of Souls is that of the stories not told by exposition, but rather available only to those searching for it and willing to spend the time and effort mapping item descriptions and discerning truths from lies in every NPC dialogue available. If you let the promise of a glorious knighthood for a sun princess distract you, the unsavory truth of Gwendolyn's reality may pass you by. If you fail to
001, oh, 001, 10. If you don't look beneath the surface, a lot of ugliness. Will pass you by. They note Gwendolyn's mirage of Guinevere. Huh. I feel like I'm spelling that wrong. Let me check Guinevere's name. I feel like I'm spelling that wrong. Guinevere and Anno. Londo being a shining, bright place.
Explore areas thoroughly, you may never meet Priscilla or learn of her world. Dark Souls Remastered successfully delivers the original story and stays true to its setting, except that souls are now a shiny hue of blue. Lore
5 stays true to the original release, except souls are now a shiny blue.
enthusiasts will surely have a field day with this one. Design, visual, and audio. The project had some back and forths in the development and some features were ultimately dismissed, including HDR, but this remaster is in the end mostly about the graphics. And here is where...
Because it's a remaster. It's a fucking... Fextralife, it's a remaster. Okay? It's a remaster. Whatever.
Where the opinions of players will radically differ and the most controversy will lie. An important thing to note before going into this is that there are two really distinct camps for this game. Console players versus PC players.
Well, yeah. You can't really play against each other either. There's no cross-platform.
As I played on console, my opinion will be from a console player's point of view. The world of Dark Souls is fantastically designed, and that has not changed, but now we can see it is in much sharper resolution in our larger screens. I have actually enjoyed looking at the higher resolution icons for the items.
Feels like padding.
And discerning things that were not quite visible before, but the place where the remastered shined the most for me was on the enemies. Better textures.
Okay, let's go and put that. 2 at 18. Anyways.
Better animations meant that the boss...
Better animations? It's just 60 FPS. Yes, now. The animations are smoother. It's not that they didn't change the animations.
And enemies with their details and qualities acquired an enlarged presence. I was honestly surprised to find a renewed interest in even the... Frog Ray. And I increasingly noticed details on each boss encounter that I had not quite seen in the thousands of hours I had spent with the original.
Would you care to name some? I don't know. Maybe I'm being incredibly unfavorable to Fextralife, but I don't know. I always have a hard time. People are like, I noticed details I hadn't seen in thousands of hours. It's like, thousands of hours? That's a lot of fucking hours. That's the kind of fucking creepy hours that I put in. What details did you not notice? So, please, share with us details. Noticed new details they hadn't noticed in thousands of hours of the original.
You will not be blown away by the graphics, and areas with small corridors or even the distant objects in the forest may feel rather underwhelming. This is because seeing a higher resolution render of a low pixel design simply sharpens the fact that the base design is simplistic. You will...
They do not go into good detail on this. Of fucking course not. 0 to 50. Notice that when the resolution gets higher, the details sharper, that the low pixel count variants stand out far more. I mean, which they obviously would.
However, notice an overall improvement to the general atmosphere as lighting has been reworked to deliver more impactful scenes and
56, let's say. Lighting getting reworked. Active. Okay.
make your own character better defined. You will absolutely notice the FPS difference and the performance.
Yeah, Blighttown's fixed. Absolutely, Blighttown is fucking fixed. Has been fixed. Hey, 666, welcome.
Town is no longer lagfest, and the many
Oh, damn, it is Blighttown. I always separated them.
roles in the toxic swamp can be precise and calculated.
I mean, they could do the same thing in the original. It's just, yeah, FPS Town was pretty fucking brutal.
All animations being smoother also means you may notice some more enemy detail, such as the Taurus demon's hair move. Eerie. Recent
The animations being smoother. 60 FPS. New to notice more details like the hair on the Taurus demon moving. Okay. Yeah. Didn't you know those scarecrows, they're Twitter users? They're just constantly spreading out their toxicity to everything else.
remasters like Dragon's Dogma, Skyrim, and Shadows of the Colossus have set the bar extremely high.
Shadows of the Colossus was not a remaster. Did Bluepoint call it a remaster? Because I swore they called it a remake. Well, hang on. I gotta do some digging. Yeah, I only see the remake. I don't see any mention of a remaster, Shadow of the Colossus. Hang on, when did this review? This was 2018. Yeah, this is the remake. Okay, good job, Fextralife. You done what I normally expect of you. You fucked it up. Recent remasters, like Dragon's Dogma, or the other ones.
Recent remasters like Dragon's Dogma, Skyrim, and
Oh, OBS is back. Oh, it disconnected there for a second. Are we still good? Are we still good? Looks like we're back. Thank God. Yeah, OBS disconnected there for a second. Don't know why. But yeah. Shadow of the Colossus was a remake, not a remaster. Jesus Christ, yeah. Dude, it set the bar incredibly high. Yeah, no thanks.
Shadows of the Colossus have set the bar extremely high. And even if Dark Souls Remastered doesn't quite reach the level of quality, it is good enough.
Doesn't reach the level of quality of Dragon's Dogma and Skyrim. Yeah. Okay. Fucking good job, Fextralife. You're a bunch of fucking idiots. And then, of course, you put in a remake Jesus Christ. That'd be like saying the Demon Souls remaster puts a new standard. It's like, because it's a fucking remake, you idiots. Oh my god. Fextralife, this is why you're so shit. You always get such basic bitch shit wrong.
To captivate the player. You often don't notice anything is amiss when playing, which I think speaks volumes by itself, because you are playing a PlayStation.
Alright. 5. You often don't notice things are amiss when you are playing. It's a great thing. Okay. Fextralife find it very difficult to function.
3 game on a PlayStation 4 after all. While the environments themselves will most likely not stand out to the would-be hollow re-experiencing London again, they will surely notice the difference in enemies and bosses, which have been given a lot of tender love and care. It's
Have they? Have they been given a lot of tender love and care? See? I disagree. Again, it's literally just a texture update with 60 FPS enabled by default, and yeah, it's not a thing. Okay, whatever. Fextralife, Jesus Christ. Again, there are actual good things, and hopefully they'll talk about them in the multiplayer section, because those are some genuine changes that were really
easy
fucking
to see
needed.
the negatives in the Dark Souls Remastered, mostly because we have been spoiled with games like Assassin's Creed Origins, God of War, and we no longer see things objectively.
Oh my god. Assassin's Creed Origins spoiled you? Jesus Christ, you are a basic bitch. Just jangle them keys in front of Fextralife. Fextralife, the fucking retarded of the industry. They jangle them keys so good. Assassin's Creed Origins. Yay! Assassin's Creed Origins. Jesus, Fextralife, you are totally basic bitches.
Become so accustomed to insane graphics that we cannot tolerate anything less than perfection.
We cannot tolerate... Oh my god! We found him in the wild! They cannot tolerate anything less than perfection. Oh god. Yeah, Jesus, Fextralife, you are fucking dumb. We demand perfection from graphics. Oh my god. Yeah, exactly. Said the console peasant. The fucking console peasant who isn't experiencing the graphics at their highest quality. We demand perfection for more graphics. Me, the console peasant. Yay, I'm so smart. Jesus Christ, Fextralife. You are a fucking idiot. Your entire platform are just filled with fuck-ups, aren't you?
And Dark Souls Remastered is not perfect. However, you may have forgotten how it looked before compared to it now. Some advice for those on PC who may feel this is not a real improvement over the freely available official mod Dark Souls Fix. The issues that Dark Souls Fix...
It's not an official mod, though. It still is not an official mod. We are appreciative of the mod existing. It is not an official mod. The guy that made Dark Souls Fix does not work for From Software, does not work for Sony, does not work for Namco Bandai. It is not an official mod. Holy mother of God. Alright. Jeez, I didn't know this was gonna be the fucking shit take video. No, it isn't. No, it fucking isn't. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. I thought the What Culture one was going to be really bad. I thought Fextralife were going to be their usual bland nothingness, but no. Oh my God, we are in fucking shit take machine. No, peace, don't worry about it. You playing on console doesn't matter. It's just, when Fextralife says we demand perfection from our graphics, while fully admitting this is a console peasant who has never played on PC, it's like, so you don't even know what the graphics are at their pinnacle. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck? You are experiencing lesser quality graphics and saying this is perfection. It's like, oh my God, what is wrong with you? Yeah, peace, unless you're making the same claim that you demand perfection in graphics, because then I'm gonna be like, oh my God, we found 2 in the wild. But otherwise, no. Yeah, being console versus PC doesn't fucking matter.
Introduced are reportedly nowhere to be seen in the official upgrade. Alongside this, other improvements to the remastered related gameplay are likely to have more weight in your experience than graphics could, so give everything due consideration. Gameplay. Dark Souls is indeed all about the gameplay. In this regard, there's little that Namco could have done to improve the original game that they
Namco didn't do it though. Oh my God. Okay. Namco is the publisher. The developer is Q-Lock for this remaster. Jesus Christ. Okay. Well, it is. We're definitely getting Fextralife hours where barely any research and thought put into anything.
haven't done by releasing Dark Souls 2 and Dark Souls 3. It is entirely possible that many...
Are you saying that Did you just imply that Namco are the ones that are making the games that made Dark Souls 2 and 3? Do you know the difference between a publisher and a developer, Fextralife? Jesus Christ. Oh, man. Okay. Hang on, I gotta hear that again, because I think they just implied that Namco Bandai are the ones that not only made this remaster, but also made Dark Souls 2
There's
and 3.
little that Namco could have done to improve the original game that they haven't done by releasing Dark Souls 2 and Dark Souls 3.
They did. Oh my fucking God. They actually did. Fextralife doesn't know the difference between a publisher and a developer. Oh my fucking God. Oh man. This isn't even anything that should even need to be researched. You know From Software is the developer, right? It's From Software that makes the changes. They're the ones that dictate. Oh my God. Don't you know From only provided the software? Yeah, that's right. From Software. Namco Bandai did all the work. Oh, crap. Alright, you know what? I'm going to take a pause on that one. And you know, I'll switch over the GIF that we've got so you guys can see a new GIF to look at. Whoop! There you go. Have a bone wheel dance. I will be right back. Yeah, I see the bots are out. Unfucking fortunate. Report unwanted commercial content or spam. Dude, I hate the fact that there is a report misinformation button. I hate that that exists. Ugh.
It is entirely possible that many veterans will find it shocking just how slow everything is for this title, and perhaps gain a wholly new appreciation of the quality of life upgrades that the time has brought us.
Whoa, okay. Fucking shit take machine gun, baby! Woo! It is possible veterans of the Souls games will be shocked how slow Dark Souls is and what quality of life improvements the community has gotten in later titles. Okay, fucking Jesus Christ. Man, oh man, this is fucking crazy. My god, Fextralife are so fucking stupid. This is actual fucking insanity. I thought What Culture was gonna be the shit take machine, but holy fuck. That's a shit take MG34.
Specifically, rolling in more
We'll see if it gets to a shit take MG42 here in a second.
than 4 directions in later Souls games would have been a nice addition here. That
Okay, so they... 0.5, I guess, would technically be more accurate. 4 direction rolling feels bad compared to 8 and omnidirectional rolling in later titles. I mean, the fuck did you expect? This is literally the first game after. Oh, okay. No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
said, even though the majority of the pillars of gameplay remain unchanged, there are differences to how combat plays out. First of all, the frame rate makes a huge difference when playing, as you are no longer guessing your swings, but can see them precisely. This is very...
Wait, what? You're no longer guessing your swings, but can see them precisely. Because of the 60 FPS. What? Fextralife, were you seriously guessing? Were you guessing your swings in Dark Souls before the remaster? Were you guessing them? Jesus.
The frame rate makes a huge difference when playing, as you are no longer guessing your swings, but can see them precisely. This is a very important element of combat for me, and one that feels like a new experience.
Well, I mean, you are an idiot, so I can see how it's a new experience for you. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Okay.
As the several quality of life improvements, including some of such as covenant swapping at bonfires that I'm not entirely thrilled about, there are several fixes.
Not thrilled about covenant swapping at bonfires. Dear God, it's the Iron Dagger. There's no stamina. Wait, what was it? The Drake Sword? Hold on a second.
Important element of combat for me, and one that feels like a new experience. Besides the several...
No. Okay, well, that's kind of the Iron Dagger one, because you got the Crest Shield, and then you've got the normal Longsword. I would have been shocked. The Longsword's not so bad. If it had been the Drake Sword at this point still, I would have been like, oof. Yeah. Oh. That I would consider the Iron Dagger. That was what I consider the fucking gold-hemmed crest shield with the Drake sword is what I would call the novice. The novice. This weapon is so good. I'm just gonna keep using it.
Quality of life improvements, including some of such as covenant swapping at bonfires that I'm
Covent. Yeah, I'm not putting that down as a thing. I just realized she said covent instead of covenant.
to several quality of life improvements, including some of such as covenant swapping at bonfires that I'm not entirely thrilled about. There are several fixes for known exploits that have been deployed, although we will not list them here as those exploits are still present on the original game. This might be addressed.
Yeah, but the exploits got way more insane on Remaster. 534. They fixed some exploits that will not be mentioned here because they still exist on the original game. Oops. There.
With a patch, but as it was not fixed as of publishing. One glaring issue we would
I'm gonna tell you that, yeah, there are a lot more exploits in the remaster. the menu glitch is definitely one of the most, like, insanely game-breaking. Oh no, I can't dupe boss souls anymore and keep using the same boss soul over and over again for free. I'll just make 99 hero souls instead and pop them all and pop 999 for every time I pop one. Okay.
I'd like to note in this section is that there seems to be some problem with input and delay. Occasionally you'll press a button like attack or roll and nothing happens, but then 2 to 5 seconds later you pull off the animation without having pressed anything else. I'm specifically referencing
It's input queuing. Input queuing sucks, by the way.
offline gameplay here, not online where lag might be a factor. It happens often enough that it can be frustrating, and I have also verified that it's happening to other players. Hopefully this gets fixed soon.
So, oops. 0, oop. Wow. 2, mentions input queuing as a problem. It really is. Input queuing sucks. I hate input queuing. Dark Souls 3 has input queuing as well. Dark Souls 2 has it the worst, though. Dark Souls 2 could queue up multiple inputs. So I will take going from Dark Souls 2's multi-queuing to Dark Souls 3's queuing up a single input as an improvement, but I still hate input queuing. I really do. So if you don't know what input queuing is, basically it's when you press any button or any sort of system, but you get interrupted at the same time that would have gone off, and the game will automatically have queued up, oh, they meant to push this. So the millisecond that they are able to execute it. The reason that this can be a problem is in stuff like Dark Souls 2 and Dark Souls 3. If you get knocked to a disadvantageous area, so say like you're fighting somebody on a bridge, you go to dodge, they hit you instead, and the hit has now slid you over to where if you dodge now, you'll roll off the bridge, and then your character input cues the dodge, so the moment you recover, you roll, and you go right off the bridge. It happens a fucking lot. And then there are stuff where you get roll caught. In Dark Souls 3 especially, you get roll caught a lot. Where you go to dodge, but you get hit the exact moment you hit the dodge button. Now the game has queued up your dodge. The enemy does their delay, they stop for a second. You do your dodge now because it's been queued up, and then you stand up right as you get hit by the next attack. So, it's like, it always feels shit. It always feels shit. You definitely don't want input queuing. And you can mitigate it a lot by just delaying your roll a bit, delaying your push, or speeding your push, your button push up more. But you're gonna get caught eventually, and it happens. So it's just something I wish they would get rid of. They'd be like, oh, cancel that. You know, oh, you got hit during it, cancel that input.
Or I foresee many unhappy players. Last but not least, the most noticeable gameplay changes relate to multiplayer.
Oh my god, it's not censored! Oh, how dare you! That should be K... that should be K asterisk 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 HT. How dare you?
Being able to rejoin the fray of the launch day's souls for one of my favourite titles with even more participants is a blast. I had no trouble summoning other players.
Okay. 0620. Having a wealth of players online to get summons and PvP for is great. This is a great feeling in all Soulsborne games. Early days have a ton of online feedback. Yep. Oh, excuse me. Oh, that was a terrible hiccup. When chilling out in Firelink, yeah, it's because the enemies aren't supposed to get to that point in Firelink. They're supposed to tether back. But yeah, that just happens.
And could get constant and fast action offering my services for hire. I also took full advantage of the new password system to aid fellow reviewers that needed my help or wanted to test some trade mechanics. The enhanced...
Okay, they actually mention one of the few things that Dark Souls 2 added to the Soulsborne series. That's a really, really good thing. Passwords. The password system is an incredible quality of life improvement. Very, very good thing to be added. I was very thrilled that they added a password system. Dark Souls 3 is the one that would make it where you didn't need a ring to do it. The engraved ring is what you would need in Dark Souls 2 to do the passwords. But it was a good proof of concept, and it was really well done. Super happy that it exists. 00630 notes the password system for online play.
experience made Dark Souls feel fresh and engaging, and the more I played, the more I wanted to keep playing, just like old times. Should you buy Dark Souls Remastered? Remasters, remakes, and reboots are a divisive proposition.
Yeah, but you don't know the difference between them. As you just proved in your earlier statement... Where is it? Here we go. Been spoiled. Here it is. Recent remasters like Dragon's Dogma, Skyrim, and Shadow of the Colossus have set the bar high. Again, you, Fextralife, do not know the difference between a remaster, a remake, and a reboot. This is a remaster, Dragon's Dogma. This is a remaster, Skyrim. This is a remake, Shadow of the Colossus. There's a big fucking difference.
At the best of times. I am personally not opposed to them and only interested if I get something out of it, such as a modernized experience. For me...
Let's see. 0650. Not opposed to remasters, remakes, and reboots, so long as they get something out of it like a modernized experience. Still doesn't understand the differences between these.
Dark Souls Remastered is worth the price based chiefly on the opportunity to re-experience Dark Souls, but in 4K from a new platform with a revitalized multiplayer. PC players who believe the graphics upgrade is lackluster can consider the accommodation that their price is only $20 US. and arrive at a conclusion on the worthiness of the purchase based on their online play.
Yeah, I would say the remaster was worth it just to get the server system and everything in place. That's my personal take on it. It was worth it just to get the server system, get rid of the god-awful peer-to-peer network and everything, get that out of there. Getting the server system was definitely worth it.
Dark Souls Remastered may not be perfect, and I must admit I went into it with some degree of worry, but the magic of the game is too strong.
The magic of the game is too strong. Magic OP, please nerf! Story and setting equals 9.0. Gameplay equals 9.5. Audio and visual equals 8.5. Uh-oh. I forgot to do my... Oh, no. Equals 8.5. Price point equals 8.5. Overall equals 8.8. Wow. What a magical experience we've just been on. Fextralife might be the biggest shit take in this until we start going into the Dark Souls is always terrible videos sort of style. And then it's like, oh boy.
And you will feel the nostalgia wash over you. Bandai Namco...
Yeah, exactly. People are not checking their Discord, damn it. Oh, it was in my Discord. I think I did it. Oh, it was Peace. Yeah, Peace sent stuff in my Discord. I'm gonna put myself to Do Not Disturb for a second. Okay. Yep. Alright, well, let's see if there's anything in this last bit.
Successfully pulled off this remaster somehow, some way, and I don't think you will truly understand it.
Did they just say Namco again? Hold on.
Successfully degree of worry, but the magic of the game is too strong, and you will feel the nostalgia wash over you. Bandai Namco's success...
Again, they don't understand the difference between a publisher and a developer.
Successfully pulled off this remaster somehow.
Silly. Pulled off this remaster somehow. Fextralife, please learn basic bitch differences between remasters, remakes, and reboots, and then especially what a publisher and a developer are. For fuck's sakes. Oh, God.
Some way, and I don't think you will truly understand until you play yourself. I cannot wait for Major F to see what you all think. For those who started with Dark Souls 2, Bloodborne, Dark Souls 3, or have never played Souls, the remaster is an unmissable experience that they should not pass up on. The original Dark Souls will open your eyes to how this all started, and hopefully fill the gap until we get some other title to scratch that Souls itch.
Oh, Fextralife, why do you suck so much? I thought What Culture was going to be the one that was going to be terrible. Speaking of, we now got to go into What Culture. We have plenty of time to do a What Culture video, and I am now not happy.
Hey guys, what?
Alright, I gotta get this because I have to add this to the stream thing, obviously. Alright, save that. If we get through the What Culture video, though, I'll just have to boot up Dark Souls 3 and we'll do some PvP. Or we'll work on our PvP character, I should say.
Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Jules, here with Scott for What Culture Gaming, and we just want to talk to you today about the Dark Souls Remaster. Now,
by the way, this is the brutally honest truth about the Dark Souls Remaster. The brutally honest. So, brace yourselves. This is probably going to be incredibly shit.
we've had a fair few hours to play with this and just basically see what the big changes that Bandai Namco have made.
Again, Bandai Namco didn't make the changes. Oh my god, we're starting it already. The changes made. They didn't make any. The developer Q-Lock did. It was a fucking great start. Also, look at this. Namco Bandai Games from Software. No. From Software didn't have anything to do with this. That's what made a lot of people frustrated, because people were like, oh, they're gonna change Lost Islet and everything. That's why Jim Sterling's fucking video on it was a fucking disaster piece too, because he couldn't be bothered to look up anything. I'm sure From Software was contacted and called, and they were asked what changes that they could make. So my video isn't a lie. Yeah, Jim Sterling, you're a fat moron. Go jump in front of a bus, you idiot.
To the fantastically...
Alright, that's harsh, but dude's gone off his fucking rocker. He needs serious mental help.
dark, depressing, and brutal series. Now, I've been playing it on the PS4, you've also been playing it on the PS4, and we're going to answer the big question. Is the Dark Souls Remaster worth it?
Okay.
Well, it's actually not as simple an answer as you might first.
029. Is Dark Souls Remaster worth it? It is not a simple answer. Okay.
Think, because it's, as we were talking about before, it is a 5-star game, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it is a 5-star remaster.
New.
So,
okay. I mean, I can get where they're coming from here, but they already said it's a 5-star game. Assuming you're doing stars as being so it's a 5 out of 5, assuming you're doing the usual star ranking thing. But that doesn't mean it's a 5 out of 5 remaster. Base Dark Souls is a 5-star game. This does not mean it's a 5-star remaster. Okay. Well, let's see if they're actually going to talk about stuff that's remaster, or if they're going to do the same shit and stuff that retarded Jim Sterling did, and talk about, like, stuff that would be in a remake.
I mean, what is your experience with Dark Souls? Like, you're a huge fan of
Oh
the
god,
series,
yeah. I mean, it kind of goes without saying that we've lived on Dark Souls since it came out. It's one of those big deals, and Dark Souls reframed the industry as far as action games go and all that kind of thing. But if that's the...
Ooh, there's a good take. Well, I mean, there's a quick take, I should say. Dark Souls reframed the entire industry when it came to action games.
That's the question to be addressed, is like how much of From Software gone back to the drawing board and how much have they touched up. And if we...
Okay, again, they didn't look up who made this, because they're talking about From Software already. So, yeah, that's unfortunate. 25. How much have From Software gone back to the drawing board, and how much have they touched up? Nothing, because From Software didn't work on the remaster.
look to something like, I don't know, Ratchet and Clank or the Crash remakes.
Yeah.
You know...
Oh boy. Proceed to compare remakes to a remaster. What? First it's Fextralife. Now it's what culture that do you not know what a remaster and a remake are?
How much have they gone back to the guts of
Or
it
the
and
upcoming
rebuilt it?
Spyro one.
Yeah, totally. And it's like you look at those games and you can tell that they're demonstrably different. Like they've been rebuilt. Maybe they're in a new engine if it's Ratchet.
Because they're a remake. There's a difference between a remake and a remaster. Doesn't understand there is a difference between remaster and remake.
Plan. Or maybe they're just like texturally over the top. They've been remade.
They've been remade. Okay.
The thing with Dark Souls is that when it got announced, it was like, oh my god, it's the Dark Souls remaster, and everyone, I think a lot of the community, and maybe us to some degree, thought that it was going to be another one of those games. It's going to be rebuilt from the ground up.
Why? They said it was a remaster. 01/25 went in with unrealistic expectations, wanting a remake when they were told it will be a remaster.
I thought that it was going to be a mechanical skeleton that was going to be built on with tons of new textures and things like that. And to their credit, they have done a graphical upgrade to this. I played this first on the Xbox 360, and then later on I played the Prepare to Die edition on PC. And so therefore I've got the mixture of both worlds. I mean, I've got the 15 frames per second that it would hit usually on the 360, and I've got the tons of mods, love support that was done from the community. So unfortunately, between point A and point B is where the remaster sits.
So that,
and unfortunately, I would say that if you have played the Prepare to Die edition on the PC, you might come away from this feeling a little disappointed.
Okay. So 0, 0. Whoop. Shake biscuits. 0, 0, 2. If you played on PC, you might come away from the remaster disappointed. I mean, again, yeah, you might have. We can't really work with anything with that statement because it's too vague. They didn't make it definitive. You will come away disappointed. You won't come away disappointed. It all depends on what you were getting out of it. If you were in it for just the graphics only, which is weird because there would be graphics mods later for a remaster anyways, so that would be weird. But if you did only want it for the graphics mods you already had, I could see why you'd be disappointed. But if you wanted it for the online experiences or anything like that, it'd be weird that you would be disappointed. But you could be. You could still be disappointed.
I think you said about the community, the amount of work the community's put in. If you've got the DS Fix patch, which is the big graphical overhaul, that's...
The big graphical... DS Fix is not a graphical overhaul. Okay. DS Fix was to get basic functionality out of the fucking PC port of the game, because the PC port was really bad. You have... actually, no. DS Fix was the big graphical overhaul. It wasn't. It was to get basic functionality out of the game because PC port was so bad. Alright.
Pretty much what this looks like.
Yes.
Which is, if that's one of the big things that was the biggest disappointment.
It's not what it looks like. You need to actually install other mods on top of DS Fix if you want it to look like Remaster. Okay? At 60 FPS on DS Fix was still very unstable. Ladders were your nightmare. If you did DS Fix with the 60 FPS patch to get smoother animations and everything like that, if you would go down a ladder, you would hit the bottom, and a lot of times you would just go right through the bottom and then fall out of the world and die.
Pointing blows to the overall community, the fan base, was wanting this to be this demonstrable step up, and it just isn't.
Okay. The fan base wanted this to be a demonstrable upgrade, and it isn't. What part of the fan base, those who don't know what a remaster means. As for an upgrade, the servers are a huge upgrade for the PvP / co-op. Whoa. Oh man, I chuffed up upgrade real good there. Whoa. I can go right for Fextralife. You see how bad we butchered upgrade? Whoa.
And it's not to take away from Souls as a game at all.
No.
But it is worth saying that this is not at all a Ratchet and Clank or Crash Bandicoot.
No.
This is very much a port.
Hi, anti-grips. Yeah, you know, I started getting sick, and then I decided I would put the research streams on a different channel so nobody could follow me. Nah, but Patrician, seriously, Patrician had a great idea doing the research streams like this. I didn't know if people would genuinely be interested in it. I knew a small subset of a community when I did the research stream on Warhammer Online, but that was research for the purposes of building for PvP and everything like that in that game. And I got a ton of people watch that on Twitch. That was the stream that got 195 people on Twitch. I don't know why. People were just fascinated by data collection. But I didn't know, I didn't figure that something like this would happen here too. I didn't think that people on YouTube would be as interested in just the mundanity of just data collection. Because normally, I would just do this just to do this. So hey, if I get a chance to have people here with me, I can talk with the stream and everything like that at the same time, I'm totally fucking down for that. Plus, we get to experience new excitement, like the fact the Fextralife video was a shit-take machine. Holy hell. This one has some shit takes in it. It's nowhere near as bad as the Fextralife one, but Jesus Christ, one of the first one. What changes Bandai Namco made? It's like they didn't make any. The developer's Q-Lock. And then, how much of From Software gone back to the drawing board, and how much have they touched up? Nothing, because From Software didn't work on this remaster. It's like, Jesus. Stuff like this is like, guys, come on, simple fucking research can save you on these.
And you need to dissect the difference between remaster and remake.
Yeah, that is...
Yeah.
That...
Okay, so they do know the difference between a remaster and a remake. So why did you go in with unrealistic expectations? And why are you comparing remakes to a remaster? Alright, hold on a second. So, they do know the difference, or at least there is a difference between a remaster and a remake. Okay.
That's the thing. It comes down to a point of marketing and wording.
Yeah.
Like,
no. No, it really fucking doesn't. Remake and remaster are different things. Notice that they're also different words.
I have no qualms in recommending this game.
No,
like if somebody just came up to me and said, "Should I try this game?" Definitely.
It's still
should.
Dark Souls.
Like, if you are brand new to the series, this is the perfect way to get started because.
Okay. 240, 43-ish. Wow. Good job, fingers. Ig.
The gameplay itself does not change. They've made a few tweaks brought from Dark Souls 3 and 2 they put across, like being able to hold down, immediately selecting the first item in your inventory list. Mm-hmm. The fact that when you pick up new items, it doesn't add it directly to your inventory, which could be quite confusing for some players.
I didn't like that, but sure.
But I'm just saying that there are some things that they've done. They've added a new bonfire into next to one of the blacksmiths, so for easy travel for later game. It's things like that that are fine. Mm-hmm. And a lot of work apparently has gone into the online stuff, which unfortunately the beta crowd did tear apart a bit. They said that it was a bit like backstabby, ganky.
Well,
It was a bit backstabby and ganky. I'm sorry, that's what Dark Souls 1 was. That's why Dark Souls 2 tried to change to the backstab hit confirmation system. And then Dark Souls 3 fixed that because, my god, that hit confirmation system was awful. Oh, man. Okay, we definitely need to put that down. Team. Multiplayer was backstab, fishing, ganky, nightmare. Just like the original. God, dude, backstab fishing, it's the thing that was so ridiculous. It's why they changed poise as well in the series. Because they thought poise was the problem with backstab fishing. Because what you could do is you could put on Havel's armor, you could run straight at somebody, the person would attack you, you just walk around behind them and immediately backstab them. Because you didn't get stunned or anything. It's like, yeah, that was a big problem. So they changed how poise worked in Dark Souls 2. And then 3 gave poise back, but gave it to your attack abilities, your weapon arts and everything like that, had set amounts of poise that would then factor in the poise based off of your armor. Because they were trying to figure out ways to make it so that people couldn't backstab fish. Well, it's because poise wasn't the problem. So that's why, thankfully, poise is coming back in Elden Ring. What's the problem is the backstab mechanic itself and the way that it registers hits. Dark Souls 3 is the best of the system we've gotten so far. It still has a bunch of problems, but it's the best system we've gotten so far. The problem with it is that it takes too long to do the backstab confirmation, just so that they avoid the whole face stab problem, which can still happen. However, Elden Ring goes way too far to fix this. They added the backstab check from Dark Souls 3, made it even slower, which is already going to be a nightmare to land backstabs, and then added an angle check to it as well. That angle check is horrible. You physically cannot get backstabs to a ludicrous degree in Elden Ring. I didn't know how bad it was because I saw people getting backstabbed during the network test, but it's because they didn't realize that even just slightly turning your character, not even like, you don't need to turn them like 90 degrees or anything like that, just slightly turning them, or parrying with a shield as the guy's behind you, or casting a spell is enough of an angle change to stop you from being backstabbed. That is ludicrous. That is absolutely ludicrous. So yeah, again, this is a weird complaint to have for the remaster, because this right here was backstab fishing and gankery was Dark Souls PvP, was Dark Souls 1 PvP. Backstab fishing was a way of life. No, I figured that was a good tangent to go on to talk about this, because this is these guys apparently didn't play the PvP. They didn't play the online at all. They're saying that based off of what others have said, this is what the PvP online is like. It's like, that's what it was always like. That's how Demon Souls was. That's how Dark Souls 1 was. Dark Souls 2 to a lesser extent, but Dark Souls 2 had the teleporting backstab problem. The fucking nothing personnel kid problem. Yeah. Dark Souls 3 has mostly fixed it. It's still not good. There's still so many things that could be done so much better, but it has mostly fixed the backstab problem. Though you do get face stabs every now and then.
The thing with that, that's another thing. That one of the most baffling things, just to quickly point out, is that some of the weird glitches and bugs and exploits that are in this aren't in the most recent edition of the 360 version.
Yeah.
And it's because when you have 60 FPS, a lot of calculations change and a lot of weirdness can happen, like menus, which is how we get menu exploits in Remaster, which we didn't have in the original game. weirded out that new exploits exist in this remaster that weren't in the base game. 60 FPS really does cause a lot of jank when your game was entirely programmed around 30 FPS. Oh, you should. Multiplayer is a lot of fun. As much as it is Dark Souls 1 is a backstab fishing nightmare, it's still a good multiplayer. There are ways to counter people backstab fishing, and it is hilarious to watch somebody who their only method of fighting in Dark Souls PvP was backstab fishing. It is hilarious how you can counteract that. My favorites are the anti-fish. So what happens is, two players lock onto each other. One player is going to the left, going to his right to try to get around you. So you go to your right. You're both kind of circling each other. Then you quickly dart back to the left, which will immediately have that first player keep going to the right. They realize what's happened. You backstab them immediately. Counter fishing is a lot of fun. Report unwanted commercial content or spam. But again, there are also techniques of weapon dead angling and stuff like that, burritos and everything. Burrito is great. I have no idea where the term came from. But if you don't know what a burrito is when you parry somebody, you don't immediately have to take the riposte. What you can do instead is you take a weapon that doesn't have a lot of poise damage. So you parry the person, you then attack them with the offhand weapon that doesn't do a lot of poise damage, which gets that attack in, and then you riposte them. So now you get even more damage on top of your riposte. I have no idea why it was called a burrito. I don't know who first came up with that or why it stuck, but that's just the term for it now. It's called the burrito.
You can spam backstabs in PvP, and they removed that from the 360 version.
So, but they have said that
They've removed that from the 360 version. I'm going to need a citation needed on that one, because I doubt it. 30. They removed backstab fishing from the 360 version of original Dark Souls. Citation needed there. Because man, oh man, with peer-to-peer, it's even worse. It's even worse. Yeah, I don't know why it was called a burrito. I legitimately don't know why it was called a burrito. Yeah, I don't know why. Like I said, you parry the person, you hit them with your offhanded weapon that doesn't do poise break, and then you riposte them. So you get the offhand weapon damage, and then you get the riposte. And all of its damage. I have no idea why it was called a burrito. But that has just been the term it's been called, and it has stuck through the entire Soulsborne genre. It's always called a burrito now. And at first, people thought it was impossible in Bloodborne. People thought, hey, you can't burrito somebody in Bloodborne because of the way that the mechanics systems work, and there's no real poise to speak of in Bloodborne. It turns out, no, you absolutely can. It is a frame timing issue in Bloodborne. You can absolutely burrito people.
there is a big day one patch coming.
Yes.
But it is strange to see that the version of the
public
game
beta.
that they have basically founded this remaster on was not the current fixed most patched version of the game.
Okay. Well, again, we don't know if that's the case or not. And again, development takes quite a while. Granted, yeah, it would have been 2011, so they would have had the most recent patch, but I don't trust this part. They removed backstab fishing from the 360 version, the original Dark Souls. I don't trust that at all. That seems very subjective.
That seems to be a bit strange to me.
So let's just do Wait, where are we? Oh. 003, 40, 40-ish. Strange they wouldn't use the most up-to-date patched version of the original to make the remaster. Citation needed. Again, this first one, very subjective. That citation, I doubt that they have fixed this, because it is still that way on Prepare to Die edition. Why kill your enemy when you can just consume them? God, though, you guys are really making me hungry for a burrito. I think I'm going to have to go get Mexican bites.
That they've done this. However, we will talk briefly about the positives.
Yes.
The game runs at 60 frames per second. It looks very, very nice. Dark Souls was never an attractive game to begin with. So.
Okay. 55. Dark Souls was never an attractive game to begin with. Well, sorry, you're going to stand in stark contrast to all the other original reviews that were like, it's a beautiful game, it's gorgeous, even in its desolation. Yeah, granted, the one was a massive, whatchamacallit, the one review was definitely a buzzword salad. And I think it was the Gametrailers one that did the world is a wormy apple and you are the worm. Yeah, here it is. It is the Gametrailers one. The world becomes a wormy apple and you are the worm. Weird statement, but not inaccurate. It's just a weird fucking... It's a weird analogy, that's for sure. What the fuck? The sun is back. It's been raining all day. Well, here comes the sun. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Here comes the sun. It's alright.
This is like, it's gloomy, it's dark, it's dirty.
There's a lot of nice lighting effects.
Like, the lighting effects have been quite nice. They've done some nice hues on like some particle effects. The fire looks quite nice now as well.
Okay. 04. Actually, to be more accurate, it's probably 05 area. New effects. Quite nice. Also, welcome Angry Kitten 69. Welcome, welcome. It's been raining all day, all morning. Well, there you go.
I think that looks good, but it doesn't change the fact that the texture maps for the grass and things like that, they still look pretty sort of claggy and they look more like moss than actual than grass.
The thing is, like, I can totally see the argument for it. There should have been more. I think that if you're FromSoft, then I mean you have to argue their intent with it. So it's like if they change too much, it's not going to be Dark Souls. And
again, From Software didn't do this, so we'll just put in misconception that. Whoops. Misconception that From Software worked on the remaster.
Yeah. They did the customary 60 frames per second thing. I wish they'd done other stuff like the way the inventory's handled. I wish you could compare things easier and things like that.
Personally, I prefer the thing from Dark Souls 3. That to me was the perfect UI interface.
Yeah.
I agree. I think the user interface in Dark Souls 3 is really fucking good. Really fucking good. We'll have to see once Elden Ring is fully out and they have all the UI and everything working. Because a lot of people noted that the UI in Elden Ring was very, very bland. But I feel like that was a placeholder for the network test. Because that stuff that doesn't really affect anything, the UI itself doesn't affect the mechanics, the FPS, the gameplay, the network coding. None of that's affected. And that's stuff that your art team can add in later. Your character was a Dark Wraith in Dark Souls 1? Ah, damn Dick Wraiths. Coming for our humanity. They're gonna suck it out of you. They're gonna give you the bad suck.
I enjoyed that quite a lot, so I would like to have seen that brought back.
Yeah.
0440 wanted the Dark Souls 3 UI. Okay, I mean, there's nothing else we can say about that, really. What are we doing? Why you take all those notes? Are you a scholar or something? LOL. No, but we are going to be doing an analysis video of Dark Souls 1. That's why we're doing all these notes and all these different takes. Regardless if we agree, if we disagree, a lot of stuff we've agreed with, a lot of stuff we've disagreed with. Doesn't matter. We need to see the commonality of the amount of takes that there are. Like, if everybody... So here's an example. In Dark Souls 1, when you fight the Asylum Demon, how many people miss the portcullis opening and letting you run out of the room the first time? How many people didn't notice it versus how many people noticed it? Were there more people that didn't notice it and got frustrated at the Asylum Demon boss because they were trying to fight it with a straight sword or their bare fists? Or are they an outlier? Are they a fluke? Are they the people that weren't being attentive? Did more people notice it? So far, nobody has mentioned that they didn't notice the portcullis opening. None of them. So far, and going based off my personal experience of noticing it and escaping, it seems like a minority of people didn't notice it. So that's just like one aspect of what we're looking at, is how many people didn't notice this, how many people did notice it. That's just a very minor point, but that's the same general principle. Excuse me. Hold on a second. I'm going to try and clear my throat real quick. So let me mute this for you guys. Alright, got it a bit cleared. I say that and I feel it clogging up again. Hold on. Man, okay, we're just gonna jump into this and hopefully it doesn't come
It's
up.
like, it's one of those things where they have these other sequels that improved in key areas, and it's like, how much do they want to retroactively apply those future lessons to the old game? Does that change what Dark
50. Once again, don't understand that From Software had nothing to do with the remaster.
Souls is? I mean, something like Blighttown is now 60 FPS.
Fine with that.
See,
no, I know, but I've seen a load of people saying, "Oh no, I want the official experience. I want it to be like."
I don't know if I want it.
And, like,
I don't know if I want it or not.
I mean, they could have added in like a haze effect or something.
I
Like
wish
that
they
to make
had
it seem
something.
Stinky, as it
Yeah,
were.
I wish they had something in the options, be like original Blighttown experience or something, because we all went through that, and it's stupid. It's the most pernickety thing. And honestly, if I'm being completely honest, I don't want horrible 3 frames a second Blighttown. But things like that, where they went back and they've changed like very key aspects of what Dark Souls is, I think they very much have done the right thing.
Yeah.
And this is the Dark Souls experience. If people are leaping in, they're still going to get Dark Souls, but albeit like a slightly touched up version of it.
Sorry?
But it is worth pointing out that this is not a Ratchet and Clank. It's not a full-on rebuild like what Crash was.
Yes. Okay. So they're fully aware this is not a remake. Sorry, 535. This is not a remake. Yes, I noticed the door. So far, every single review we've looked at so far has noticed the door. Or, I should say, nobody has mentioned they didn't notice the door.
But you got to.
Or could it be? You know.
The thing is that a lot of the community, from I don't know why, but it got into the mix that this was going to be sort of like the Scholar of the First Sin, where basically you're going to have replaced enemies, things, items.
05, 45. Some in the community expected Scholar of the First Sin. and not just a remaster, as was advertised. What are your quick thoughts on remakes and remasters? Both of them are fine, but both of them are trying to achieve different goals. Remasters are basically trying to bring them up to modern day sensibilities, so modern frame rates, modern display resolutions, everything like that. You're not really going in to change things. Remakes go in with the core premises of that everything is up to be changed. The story can be changed, the item placements can be changed. If we're going to keep with, let's just keep with Souls. How about that? So we'll do like the Demon Souls remake versus a remaster. In Demon Souls remake, the item descriptions were changed, the item names were changed, the item appearances and icons were changed. Obviously, locations were changed. A lot of greenery, stuff like that to make it look more lived in has been added. Enemy models are different, everything like that. So it's not just, you're not just taking the base game, its textures, and increasing their quality. You're not doing an HD filter pass on the texture work when you're doing a remaster. When you're doing a remake, you're building all that from the ground up. You're starting over again. You're remaking the textures of everything. So you can get the same general feel, however, you can have missteps, like... Somebody has to have it. The comparison between the two. Here we go. No, not link. No. Open the image. The image, you goober. Ooh, that's really... We'll just zoom in like this. Okay, I'll just bring it over here. Okay. So. There you go. So this is the difference. You see, you have the original, what the fat officials look like, and then the remake, what the fat officials look like. So, technically, fits the same bill, right? Technically. But this looks more intimidating and more threatening. More like there's something otherworldly about the fat official. I mean, look at the unnatural skin color, that weird smile that they always have on, that weird that they do. And this just looks, this looks like it's really disgusting. Like, look at these pustules and everything like that. It's just a really disgusting fat guy. So they kind of lost something when they did the remake for the fat official. But, hey, that's the difference between a remaster and a remake. This is a remake. So they were going from the ground up. They built it from the ground up. I do agree. I think the original one does look better. Do I think it's a complete disaster that this is the new fat official? Not at all. I'll just prefer the original. But yeah, that's kind of the difference between a remake and a remaster. I'm totally fine with either of them existing. I am really happy for it. In fact, it can bring a lot of dead franchises back to life. So I'm very, very happy when it happens. However, you got to be careful when you do a remake, because you can easily lose the soul and spirit of what the original game was. Now, for their credit, I honestly think that Blue Point kept the soul and spirit of Demon Souls alive with the remake, except for the PvP. Blue Point, why you would remove people getting souls in PvP just to stop people farming? Who cares? Who the hell cares? I am going to summon my I'm going to let the my Red Phantom buddy come in. He's going to let me kill him so I can get souls. Who cares? That is not a problem you need to solve. But yeah. The tutorial mini-boss was also changed in Demon Souls. Yes, there are changes. There are a lot of changes. I like the changes, honestly, to the tutorial demon boss. I personally like the changes because it shows more accurately that he was dragged in chains and everything like that. So I like that. But that's just me. There are things to like, there are things to dislike.
We're going to be moved around and things like that to keep the experience fresh. But we have to remember that this was never set out to be a fresh experience. It was set out to be it's hard to say remaster, basically a mastering version of it. Like basically the tweak.
No, it is a remaster. It is absolutely a remaster. I don't know why it's hard to say that it's a remaster, because it is. It is a remaster. It's hard to let a remaster.
And perfect thing, their version of the game of the year every year. That's what they wanted this to be. So if you're coming into this thinking, oh, I'm looking for a brand new Souls experience.
Note this was not from software.
From Dark Souls 1, you ain't gonna get it.
No.
It's gonna look slightly better, maybe slightly worse depending on what mods you've got on in your PC version.
Which again, that's a point that doesn't matter, because now you have new mods, because they just go based off the remaster instead of Prepare to Die edition, which is kind of nice because, spoiler alert, DS Fix, unlike what Culture just said, DS Fix is not a graphical overhaul. It was to get basic functionality working for the PC version. So when you go into the remaster, you already have that basic functionality. You don't need DS Fix anymore. So now all your graphics and everything like that can go off of this new baseline.
The PvP is yet to be sort of like patched and fixed because we can't play online at the moment because of the fact that it's not been officially released, so we can't do that. But in our beta experience, have to admit, a lot of bugs in that, so hopefully that gets fixed. It may sound like we're ragging on this game, but what we're actually saying is, it is great. Yes. As I said before, 5-star game, maybe a 3 to 4-star remaster.
I think the biggest problem with it is what the two.
It's pretty much is just a generic remaster. So let's pop that in there real quick. 06, 40 is a 5-star base game, maybe a 3 to 4-star remaster. It's just a generic remaster. The server system was definitely a huge quality of life improvement, absolutely. But yes, I agree. It is your bog standard. We called it a remaster, we gave you a remaster. So yeah, I would find it weird. Like I said, a lot of this comes with unrealistic expectations. Like, some in the community expect a Scholar of the First Sin and not just a remaster as was advertised. That's just unrealistic expectations. Oop.
It means with remaster, and
Exactly,
I think
yeah.
they not messed up, but they could have done better when they first announced the Dark Souls remaster, because we had to clamor for any footage, and it was like trying to.
Why they need to do better? They literally told you it's a remaster. Why would they need to do better? They specifically said this is a remaster.
Like, you know, pass out different highlight reels and sizzle reels. But like, was that the Dark Souls remaster? Like a few seconds of it.
Yeah.
And I think they could have showcased what this is from day one and completely avoided any of the controversy.
Yeah.
Again, the controversy. All right, I'm just going to put this 0, 0. Let's do that. They could have shown it was a remaster before and avoided the controversy. It's a remaster, mate. It says it on the tin and in the advertisements. Like, what do you want them to do? Like, yeah, could they have shown more footage? Absolutely. But they never claimed it was going to be a Scholar of the First Sin. They never claimed it was going to be a remake. They never claimed it was going to change enemy and item positions and placements and icons, and they never claimed any of these things. So, oh man, when they claim it's a remaster and then they give you a remaster, why are you disappointed it's just a remaster?
because you've let this fan base build up. You've let people have all sorts of assumptions. And granted,
What? Okay, hang on a second. And granted.
sorts of assumptions. And granted, they're going to bring them across from sequels and future mechanics and all that kind of thing.
Again, the people in the fan base that were disappointed this was just a remaster didn't know what a remaster was. That is on them. That is not on Q-Lock to do. Okay? If you get told you are having a remaster, it's like, okay, what's a good example? If somebody tells you you're going to have pork chops and applesauce, and then you're like, oh, is that what we're having for dinner? And they're like, yes, we're having pork chops and applesauce for dinner. And then you go later on in the day, you go to dinner, and you're disappointed. Oh, where are the French fries? Where's the Coke? Because your plate has literally pork chops and applesauce on it. That's not on the cook. That was on you. You were the one that made all these unrealistic expectations. You added on to it through your own assumptions. Yeah, it's the same basic principle here. Morning, Rapar.
And that's what's ended up shooting them in the foot, because people have gone, oh, so it is just a remaster. I think of it more.
Yes. It is just a remaster. Again, they never lied about this. That's why this should not have been a controversy. They never said that there was going to be new item placements or anything. They literally told you it's a remaster.
As when a DVD comes out in HD.
Yeah,
like it's just that really. Like there are very few things. They've gone to the guts of some of it, but not in any really meaningful capacity, unless you're really looking for it, like you say with inventory management.
However, what you get here from the list of features that they have tried to improve looks to be, once they get it fixed, a better multiplayer experience that they're intending to do. They've moved things like you can have up to 6 phantoms, like you can have all these different battles. Like that is a huge part of the Dark Souls thing, but unfortunately we can't pass opinion on that yet because we haven't had access to all of those
online
bits
yet.
But this is the thing. Would I recommend it? Yes, I would, because it is still Dark Souls. It is still the game that basically got me and so many others interested in the FromSoft series. Unfortunately, I never played Demon's Souls, and then I did retroactively. I would love a remaster of that. if they are,
that's...
Okay, so you, with this whole controversy thing, you're saying you'd love a remaster of it. Man, I am so glad they didn't just remaster Demon's Souls, by the way. I'm so glad they actually remade it. Also lies in the games industry and just how much they misuse the word remaster because it sounds better than remake. Yeah, I can agree with that. I can agree if the games industry, because the game industry did have problems with this. Did have problems with, like, what's the difference between a remaster and a remake. So, I could see that as a potential angle. However, like I said, they told you it was going to be a remaster. So, you are now disappointed that they gave you a remaster? They literally told you what they were going to give you. No, this is before Demon's Souls Remake came out. This is before Demon's Souls Remake was even announced. He's like, I hope they do remaster Demon's Souls. And my point is, like, with how disappointed you were with how they remastered Dark Souls when they told you it was a remaster, and then you made all these assumptions, so now you're disappointed. Man, if I had seen this back in the day, I would have said, I hope they don't do a remaster of Demon's Souls, because you'll just be disappointed because you'll add in all these assumptions that they never claimed or made anything to.
Yeah.
That would be nice for people who haven't had the chance to experience this. But when you think that Dark Souls on PC can go down to something like £5 in the sales, and all of the support that you get from this, is it worth paying £30 or $40 for this? I can't. That's up to you. That is up.
Well, again, it would be 15 or 20. But yeah, something like that. Like how some people think hypothesis is higher on the ladder than a theory because it sounds more fancy, but it's the other way around. Yeah, absolutely. Most people don't understand that theory is something that has been scientifically proven and tested. It's not a law yet, but we have evidence for it. We have evidence in favor of it. Theory isn't just the the theory that people think it is. They don't. It's not the theory that pop culture has turned it into. The important thing is, did you guys get Warcraft 3 Reforged, which also fucked up the original game? No? Then shut up. Yeah, oh man, fuck Warcraft 3 Reforged. Holy shit.
To you, but I'm just making you aware that you're not really getting a huge bang for your
It's
buck
also
at the moment.
Yeah, it's also worth pointing out that the original Souls Prepare to Die edition is
Actually, it isn't. Okay, so 666. 666 says, the censored GTA trilogy, it's kind of a remake since the 3 games were remade on a new engine. That's not actually a remake. Because that is the old mobile engines. And the mobile games for GTA were horrible. Absolutely horrible. They just used the mobile engines and upgraded those. Because that's what this developer did in the past. And the original mobile versions were terrible that the developer did. And they just took those and they brought those up to speed. And they are still god-awful garbage. Who would have guessed? Who would have guessed? Sorry, chat. Oh, my apologies. Okay.
is on backwards compatible on Xbox One.
Yeah.
Because
so-
when this was installing, I went back and played the original one, so I could literally go opening scene to opening
Yeah,
scene
see what
to see what it was like, and that was one of the most eye-opening experiences of just how much hasn't changed or whatever in terms of the guts of it.
But you know
yeah.
what? I haven't played Dark Souls 1 in about a year, so going back for me to play this was a charm.
Yeah,
I am in love with Lord again. I just think that it's very, very fun.
It's hard to say. It's like a beloved movie in a new render.
Yeah, I hate criticizing it.
Yeah.
In a way, like it's kind of like my favorite film of all time is The Shining, or John Carpenter's The Thing. So let's just say John Carpenter's The Thing.
Good shout.
If they were to bring out, which they do, another remastering, another one of this, I will be like, but it is the same great film,
Yeah.
but my diminishing returns. That's what this comes down to. But there we go. That is the Dark Souls remaster. Our first impressions and thoughts on this. Again, we're not ragging on the game because the game itself is still absolutely outstanding.
It really is.
It's just what you get might not be what you expect. Anyway, let us know if you're going to pick this up regardless, and if you play the beta, what your experiences of it were. As always, I've been Jules.
I've been Scott.
You've been awesome, and we'll speak to you soon.
Goodbye.
Okay. Yeah, so even though I have this whole, the non-traversy thing, What Culture was a way better video than Fextralife. Oh my god, Fextralife, you are always such a disappointment in every fucking regard. But they had the same weirdness where they said it was Namco Bandai that made the remaster, which they didn't. And then they said, how much will From Software do? And again, it wasn't From Software, it was Q-Lock. So, weird. Alright, so that's all we have for now. We are actually over time as well, so that's perfect. That's what we have for now. I'll have to go get more videos and everything like that downloaded. We'll continue our note-taking and everything. As always, all of the links to the original videos and everything are in the description right now. And, of course, there is a Discord link if you want to hop over to my Discord. And, yeah, we're just, we're going to end it there. So, to end it in the proper way possible... just end me. Well, guys, thank you all very much for tuning in. Tomorrow we'll be doing our game stream instead, because what we do here is we're going to do our research streams on Tuesday and Thursday, our game streams on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So hopefully you'll join me back then for that. Until then, guys, take care. Have a fantastic day. Stay safe and healthy, and I will see you next time. See ya at Crease. Yep. Oh, thank you for reminding me. We have a busy day today. So Kratos is going to be doing a game stream after I finish here. So that'll be cool. And then we will be doing the Bond Paid For Awards, or the Shill Media Awards, tonight for a special stag. So hopefully you'll join us there for that.